This gives me exceptionally good pleasure, great joy in presenting this California Legislature Assembly certificate of recognition presented to Will Kleindienst, friend of the Veteran Award, and that's so true. On behalf of the California State Assembly, we respectfully commend your steadfast dedication to our veterans community. Veterans for Peace Annual Award Luncheon, California lgbtq Veterans Memorial Dedication, Eagle City, California, April 27th, 2019, signed by Eduardo Garcia.
Will? I want a bill. Ta-da! Came back. I was gone. No, I'm back.
You bounced back.
This
This is for me, though. This is not for me.
Oh, you're such a kidder.
Can we read that? Well, you read it.
You want me to read this?
Yes.
You got a great voice. Let's do it.
This is the 2019 Friends of the Veterans Award for Outstanding Service. Will Kleindienst, founder, Veterans Day Parade. We honor your leadership and devoted service to our veterans. We honor your tireless efforts to advance equality by enabling LGBTQ veterans to march in the Veterans Day Parade. We also honor you for your fiscal conservatism and promotion of tourism to Palm Springs. Good. Yeah.
I have to add a little PS to this because something that's gone on many years ago when we were Palm Springs gay veterans. We wanted to march in the annual Armistice Day Parade, the 11th of November. But it was almost a lost cause, almost as bad as getting a monument out at the cemetery. And Will said one thing to us: "Did you serve?" We said, "Yeah, we did." He said, "Then as far as I'm concerned, you're in." Now we had a small problem with the generals and a few other.
A few. 11 Medal of Honor recipients.
And there was one up in Idlewild who was particularly not happy about it, but he prevailed, and we were the first gay organization to march in a parade openly in a federally accepted parade.
I'm the one that met with Will Kleindienst and asked him if we could march in the parade, and he also, we were concerned about our safety.
That's what I talked about.
And he asked, how much can I do for you to make sure you're safe? And it's very controversial. You know, we marched down the parade, Palm Canyon Drive, and there was a radio station that was doing a simulcast broadcast of the parade. And when we came by, they turned off their microphone. They refused to announce us in the parade. So it's very controversial. And Medal of Honor winner gave us the bird sign, and there's some reporters right next to him, and he said, he's a Medal of Honor winner, I'm not going to put that in the paper. So we just overlooked that. And Will Kleindienst had the courage to let us do it. And we're so grateful to him for his leadership. And
Very good. Very good.
And I must say, the first day that we did it, it was with a little bit of trepidation, because as much as we appreciated his courage, we really thought, who's out there was going to take a pot shot at us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We said, we've been given this option, we're going to stand up and be counted.
Good.
And thanks to this gentleman here, that was the beginning of it. Amen. And I thank you, and you know I'll never forget it.
All right, Will, one more. I just want to let you know that Manny Perez, office, Board of Supervisors has also honored you as well. So take that all.
Take that.
Take that all.
Thank you. Thank you. May I have another?
Yeah.
Randy, good to see you, man. It's been a long time. Good to see you. Randy came to my office and actually gave me an award. Physically came in my office and handed me his version of this and thanked me for being the mayor that allowed veterans who were gay to march openly and publicly in their Veterans Day Parade. Love getting this. Even though I left office in 2003, 16 years ago, 4 terms of mayor,
Wow.
I got the recognition. Not that it wasn't attempted. Tom's been trying to get me here for a while. I've got the rope burns around my neck to get me to get here. But I'm still working on the 2016 emails that I'm trying to get to. Some say I talk too much. Whoa! You type like a demon. So, okay, here's the backstory. Okay?
That's funny.
As a young boy back in New York on Long Island, I was a Boy Scout, and I remember the annual march where we honored our veterans. And our whole town was one of those little pieces of Americana where everybody got out and everybody dressed up and everybody lined the streets. And we also celebrated what I refer to as the Great American Veteran. And we did it every year with a commitment and a dedication to the service that we received. So when I got to Palm Springs back in 1976, I thought to myself, man, I bet you Palm Springs has an absolutely blowout Veterans Day parade. It's got to be unbelievable. Waited for it, November came, and went. And it wasn't anything. Flags on the street, nice, which honored the day, but not the veteran. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Flags on the street, sort of a static celebration.
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself, as a young crazy man, to run for office, and failed my first bid to mayor, secured my post as a councilman, and thought I will now work with the current council to create a Veterans Day. To no avail. So in 1999, when I did secure the post of mayor, in December, I called a meeting together. I believe this young man was in attendance. And we sat around with a number of veteran groups and concerned citizens, and we said, it's December. By November next year, 1996, we're going to have our Veterans Day parade. Now, no one in that room ever did a parade. No one had anything besides the intent, the goal, the dedication. We had no idea what we were going to do. And that's kind of a good thing. Because when you don't know, you're not afraid.
Exactly.
Until you make a decision, you realize, what did I just do? So we get everything all done. We're coming upon the time where we're now sending out applications, and we're getting them. And we got a lot of very interesting requests to be in the parade. And we tried to pare back off the parade route people who just wanted to dance and celebrate and hoopla. We said we're looking for something a little bit more dignified, so that whoever is in that parade is there because they want to honor the great American veteran. Not to say that you can't be on the parade route doing all that, but when it comes to the parade route, it's not my road, it's not your road. It is the road for the veterans to be honored. So we started the applications. We got an application for Palm Springs gay vets. And we had a committee meeting, and there was a silence in the room. Like everyone always talks about, the silence and the dead face and all the things that we all experienced, we saw it firsthand in our meetings. And, you know, the soft discussion, everyone's kind of dancing politically, trying not to be offensive in any way, but trying to be, you know, open about their concerns. And I basically said, as was stated earlier, I said, listen, when it comes to anybody who took the oath and swore that they would wear the uniform and stand between this country's enemies and we Americans, and said to them, you shall not pass, and were willing to give their life to strangers, you tell me what question I'm supposed to ask this group versus that group. These people versus that. There's one question. What was that one question? Did you serve? Yes. Get in the parade. This is your parade, and I'll make sure, as you indicated, that my police service is aware of the fact that for the first time, gay vets will walk in an authorized, officially sanctioned parade honoring you as a veteran.
Yeah.
You as a veteran.
Yeah.
We honor the Jewish vets, Pearl Harbor vets, you name a group an organization, a place of battle, we honored them. And for me to say, well, they can all be in here, but you can't be in here because, well, you're gay. And we don't let gays on our streets to do that. And I said, an old French term. So that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. So, did I take some heat? Don't ask, don't tell wasn't even in place. And people were saying, if they don't ask, we don't have to tell them. But they asked. What are you going to tell them? And even after don't ask, don't tell was in place, we still made sure there was a place for it. And even when it was gone, 2011, so was I. I was out of office for 8 years, and finally the federal government said, that's no longer relevant. Because my argument was, you stood between me and my enemy, and you said, you shall not pass. The least I can do is give you a day of honor. And you earned it. And it's your parade. And thank you.
Thank you.
All right, look at the band.
Well, I love it. Great job.
Wow.
Yay.
Yay,
Okay.
yay.
Welcome aboard. Thanks, guys. They, yeah, I have to echo that, Will. They, Annie and I had the pleasure of being in this year's Veterans Parade. So we represented women in the military and transgender in the military, all in one car. Family in the military. Go figure. But I have to say, I really feel strongly about this. And as you know, that there's a ban on transgender right now, which just makes absolutely no sense. And I want to thank you all for being here, just for the fact that you're here on a very historic moment in time in history where the diversity of America is actually starting to show. And it's going to be from each one of you that takes this message out that helps change America. We were asked by the Desert Sun what we thought about the current president, and rather than saying all the things I would normally say, I would say that his job, and think about this, his job right now is to challenge each and every one of you to stand up and fight for who you are.
Right.
Okay? His job is, he's taken on the job to say, I'm going this way, and it's up to us. This is a democracy, and it's when individuals who are in this room hear this message, and you see the memorial, and you say, you know what? We're all one. We are all Americans. There's not. I like this one. I'm not a cracker. I am a saltine American. We've gone to the land of everybody something American, but I want to tell you that I served in the military just with Americans. Just with Americans.
Can I add one more thing?
Sure.
So let me just add one thing here on a personal level.
Use this so they can.
I tried to be an example for others. I'm a white Christian conservative who doesn't represent your concerns. If you understand what I'm saying. This model doesn't do what this man did. Okay? Didn't come from here where I'm programmed. It came from here where I believe. And I wanted to represent everyone equally. So to show you how that works, I have 3 beautiful children. Only one's married. So I have a daughter-in-law. All 3 of my children are gay. So all my kids looked up to me and said, that's my dad.
Oh.
That's the guy.
That's
And
nice.
last year, we flew to New York and marched in the gay parade.
Oh,
And
yeah.
went past Stonewall.
You got that?
I had paint, flags, and wigs. No pictures. No pictures. I'll deny it. No, I would. I'll say it.
All right.
Video is allowed.